Let's clear it all. The doubt, the stories, the old wounds that whisper, maybe I'm not ready, maybe I'm not lovable, maybe it's just not for me. We're done with that. That was never the truth. That was never your truth. So, take a breath, breathe with me. Shake it off, let the static dissolve, let the negativity dissipate. Why? Because you need to make some room for that love that you're seeking. Just like you can't fill your spare room with clutter and expect your guests to be comfortable staying over, you can't hold on to the clutter of your mind and expect your love to be comfortable. And it's almost here. Real love, big love, aligned love, the kind you don't have to question, the kind you don't have to chase. But before it can come in, let's clear some space for it. Because you're worthy of it. Of course you're worthy of it. Not someday, not when you're more healed, more polished, more perfect. Now. It's time to get rid of the debris left over from doubting yourself. Your dreams, your abilities, your personality. Putting it all into the trash to be taken away. To sweep out the dregs of past relationships that didn't work out, both romantic and platonic. Rushing them into the bin, clearing space. Wiping down the windows, the surfaces, removing those subconscious bits of fear, of guilt, of worry, the what ifs, the was it me's, dissolving them. Taking the vacuum to anything remaining, that shitty thing that someone once said to you, the idea you picked up from a family member or a TV show on how relationships should look, society's expectations of love. You might not notice it there, but allowing it to be cleared up just the same. That's not your story anymore. Surveying the space of your mind. Is there anything it needs to feel more inviting? Let's add a few things back in to make it more welcoming. You are so worthy of the love that sees you, the love that chooses you, the love that honors your light and your shadows, the love that holds you in every way. So let's call back those forgotten parts of ourselves. The tender ones, the fierce ones, the ones that tried to shrink to be easier to love. You don't have to do that anymore. Repeating out loud or to yourself, I am worthy of deep love because I exist. I do not need to do anything to make myself easier to love. I am so deeply lovable just as I am. I'm just taking this time to acknowledge it for myself. Of course there's someone who wants to walk with me. Of course there's someone who wants to talk with me, listening to my deepest desires, my silliest musings. Of course, I am so lovable just as I am. Of course, I love myself, and I reflect this love. I am a vibrant, alive, wonderful, whole human being. I love, and I am loved. Looking around at this newly cleared space that I created, and these beautiful feelings I've just filled it with, I have the capacity to give love. Of course I do. Of course my beloved finds me. Of course they're drawn in by the real me, my imperfect, unapologetic, wildly magnetic self. Of course they appear in my life at the perfect time, because this is not about forcing or seeking, remembering that I am the love I seek. And from this place of love, this place that I've cleared, this clutter that I've replaced with pure love, my love flows in effortlessly. I claim that love. The love that feels like safety and spark all at once. The love that chooses me every day and makes it easy to do the same in return. But it starts here. Because first, I choose to love myself. Of course I do. So come sit with me in this knowing. I am lovable. I am desirable. I am more than enough. I am a mirror of the love I give. And I am ready to receive it, fully, without exception, in this present moment. Of course my love is coming. Of course my love is on its way. Of course it's going to find its home with me. Because I've cleared the space, made room to welcome it. Because I am already at home in myself. Because I finally believe it. I am worthy. And my love knows exactly where to find me.